Jono, we know that the Australians are particularly careful about their borders. How on earth did Johnny Depp smuggle 2 dogs into the country only to get busted on Facebook?
Well, because when you arrive in Australia on a private jet, as we all know, Ben, it is basically customs get aboard. They basically said that they asked for basic see your passports to make sure you're Johnny Depp and his people, sign some paperwork, and that was it. Have you got anything you want to declare? No, I don't. I think a similar number of celebrities have done it in the past. I'm not going to mention Jerry Halliwell's name, but she used to have a very little dog as well called Harry, and I'm sure that certain dogs have been in and out of Australia. But in this particular situation, the customs guys are in trouble because they didn't ask if there was anything or if they could search the plane. They just took it on face value. There wasn't 2 dogs, but unfortunately the 2 dogs were there. Whether they were actually hidden, whether Johnny Depp will get a customs warning or whether he gets fined $5,000 or $10,000 for doing it, whether they make a bit of an exhibition of him, who knows?
I mean, Barnaby Joyce, who is the agricultural minister, he said he's come out and he's been very punchy about this, hasn't he? Because he hasn't just said, look, we want to speak to Johnny about why his dogs are here and we're going to ask him to remove them and send them back. He's actually said if he doesn't get them out by the end of the day, we're going to euthanise them, we're going to put them down. That's a bit full on, isn't it?
I think Barnaby, A, loves being on television. Okay. B, it gets the budget which came down the other day. It gets that off the front pages. This is a huge story in Australia. It's been, all over the news. On our Studio 10 show this morning, we spoke to the dog groomers. But yeah, Barnaby Joyce is the agriculture minister, so the buck stops with him. He's going to make a bit of a deal out of it, saying, well, just because the guy's a Hollywood movie star and very good looking, he said, well, I probably won't get invited to the next premiere of the Johnny Depp movie, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna let him take us for a ride just because he's a Hollywood movie star. There are quarantine laws. The reason why Australia is a giant island is because they do have strong quarantine laws and they don't allow, strange animals to come in with names like Boo and Pistol. They are little terriers, very similar to my dog, but basically, look, I don't think Barnaby Joyce was ever going to euthanize them unless there'd been a standoff and Johnny Depp said, I'm Jack Sparrow, don't tell me what to do, pal. So it looks like it's all going to be handled, but I think Barnaby Joyce, like all those politicians we see in TV shows like The Simpsons and The West Wing, they love being on TV. So I'm sure Barnaby Joyce, if you guys would give him a call later on, I'm sure he'll be only too happy to come on Good Morning Britain and explain himself.
He needs to do just that.